Hello, I'm Bob Schieffer, and welcome to the CBS Evening News online edition. Just ahead, it is Fat Tuesday here in New Orleans, and it wouldn't be a parade without the Zulu Parade. Byron Pitts will have their story. Also, a suicide bombing spree adds to an already grim death toll taken by a week of religious violence. Plus, our special series, India, Land of Contrast, begins tonight. Why Americans are coming to India to chase the American dream. It's all starting now on the CBS Evening News online edition. And behind us in the square back there is a statue of General Andrew Jackson, the hero of New Orleans, a symbol of this city's victory over the British in the War of 1812. And all around us tonight are the sounds and the incredible sights of Mardi Gras, which this year is a symbol of another battle this city is fighting to recover from Hurricane Katrina. Even here, some people didn't believe there would be a Mardi Gras celebration this year. Some thought there shouldn't be one. But so many others said there had to be one to show the world that New Orleans is determined to come back. Byron Pitts begins tonight's coverage of Katrina plus 6 months.
Their parties go all night, their preparation takes all morning. For many in New Orleans, there could be no Mardi Gras, yet there was no Zulu parade, especially this year.
We were heartbroken that our city was going to be gone, and this shows us that it's not.
Zulu is not important to me because it's black. I mean, Zulu is important to me because it's cool.
They've been cool for 90 years. The Zulu Social Aid and Pleasure Club in their blackface and grass skirts was the city's first all-black crew, and over the decades helped turn a local society event into an international party. Hurricane Katrina hit their club harder than any other in New Orleans. Many of its members lived in the lower Ninth Ward. 10 club members were killed. 80% lost their homes. Some thought this year's parade should have been canceled, but the Zulus needed Mardi Gras, and New Orleans needed them.
Was there ever a moment where you guys thought, okay, maybe it's time to move on, it's time to go someplace else?
No.
Not once, not even?
Once. No.
Zulu members Clarence Bricknell, Cornelius Garner, and Andrew Pete Sanchez all lost their homes and their jobs. They all took part in today's parade.
This is our culture, and Mardi Gras is a part of our lives. No, it's not easy in the aftermath of Katrina. There's a lot of work to be done, but we feel at this point, what better way to bring New Orleans back than with Mardi Gras. The water here was at least 22 feet.
22 feet?
Yeah.
Pete Sanchez already gutted his house. He grew up in the lower Ninth Ward. He won't leave.
In the midst of all this, how are people willing to juke and jive and party for Mardi Gras when this is life in New Orleans?
Well, when you talk about our neighborhoods, it is extremely a challenge. You know, it's hard to say we want to rebuild our homes and then in the next breath we're going down the street in the name of a Mardi Gras parade.
Hurricane Katrina changed New Orleans, but for our people, those who remain like the Zulus, it's in their blood.
You can have a million hurricanes, doesn't matter. If I got the will and the spirit to stay here, that's where I'm going to be. This is my home.
So Mardi Gras ends tonight at midnight. For many here, this wasn't simply a party. It was an 8-day therapy session. But Bob, it's back to reality in the morning.
Well, I want to ask you about that, Byron. I mean, you were here when there was deep water on all these streets, and now you're here tonight on Fat Tuesday. What are your thoughts about it?
Bob, I think the spirit of these people is just inspiring. I saw a woman today at the Zulu Parade who I met 6 months ago outside the convention center. Her grandmother had just died in her arms. Her body left her right on the street for 2 days. Today she was smiling and quoting scripture. She says it's morning in New Orleans, so people are optimistic about the future. But don't be fooled. It's all uphill.
All right. Thank you very much, Byron. Now to Iraq, where another 60 people have been killed, including one American soldier. The Washington Post reports more than 1,300 Iraqis have now died since last week's attack on a major Shiite shrine. Here is Kimberly Dozier.
So much for the pause in violence. Car bombs and suspected mortar fire hit a number of Shiite targets, including 2 mosques today in Baghdad. And a suicide bomber blew himself up next to a fuel station. 9 Sunnis were found executed and 2 of their mosques were bombed. So was the Sunni shrine for Saddam Hussein's father in Tikrit. When Saddam's trial resumed today, his chief lawyers argued the violence was reason enough for another delay. The judge refused, and the 2 top lawyers walked out again. It was a bad time to leave. The prosecution presented its most conclusive evidence yet, a document authorizing the execution of more than 140 Shiites, signed by Saddam himself. Saddam's Sunni tribesmen feel they're being made to pay for the ex-dictator's sins against the Shiites, a reckoning that's proving hard to stop. Iraq's different religious and political leaders have been praying together, trying to lead the public by example. In Baghdad and Washington, officials are warning further chaos in Iraq could prove catastrophic. Today, the U.S. National Intelligence Director said it could even provoke Mideast-wide conflict between Sunnis and Shiites and ultimately damage the war on terror worldwide. Kimberly Dozier, CBS News, Baghdad.
President Bush, who is still defending the ports deal, is flying tonight to India on a 5-day trip that will also take him to Pakistan. The President and the First Lady left this afternoon on board Air Force One. They arrive tomorrow morning in New Delhi. After 2 days in the capital, they'll visit India's fifth largest city, Hyderabad. Then they will fly on to Islamabad in Pakistan. India's high-technology capital is Bangalore, and that is where we began a special new series tonight, India, the Land of Contrast, reported by our chief foreign correspondent, Lara Logan.
This may not look like the new frontier in the high-tech revolution, but here in the ancient rural villages of southern India, amidst the chaos of crowded streets, is a bold new world that's turned India into a technology mecca, drawing big-name international companies and creating a few of their own.
You have a showcase.
Like India's software giant, Infosys.
Let's experience it.
This side.
Should I be afraid?
No, you should.
Infosys helps companies worldwide.
CFO Mohandas Pai says his company has seen extraordinary growth, going from 500 to 50,000 employees in just 12 years.
I remember reading when I was a young boy that people in the West told young people, go west, young man or young lady, right? Now, it's go east.
Corporations like Infosys recognize that the key to luring foreign investors and workers to come east was to create companies on a par with any in the West.
This is our management council room. It has 130 seats.
It looks like the United Nations.
With over 40 office buildings, 2 gyms, basketball courts, a supermarket, and its own bank.
This is a pitching range for golf. We had the Japanese Prime Minister play golf here.
Infosys looks more like a resort spa than a company headquarters. Along with thousands of Indians who've traded in jobs overseas to come home, you may be surprised to learn who else is being drawn to India's answer to Silicon Valley. Increasing numbers of young Americans from elite U.S. colleges are coming to work for companies like this here in India, which has the world's second largest software industry. They say they get experience and opportunities here that they simply couldn't match at home. Winnie Sear set her sights on India as soon as she graduated from New York University and got a marketing job at Infosys.
There's so much opportunity for you here to contribute so much to any organization that you're a part of that you couldn't even imagine sitting in a cubicle in Manhattan or Chicago.
Young Americans here are working hard and living well. They may not always earn as much as they would in the U.S., but here the cost of living is much lower. If they really wanted to, they could eat 3 meals a day for $1. It's a huge cultural adjustment, but the thrill of adventure is part of the allure.
A lot of times I think of that saying they say about New York, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. And I sort of feel that way about India. Like, you can handle India, you can handle anywhere.
This is where everybody comes to be seen.
Eric Simonson is another American learning to handle India. He gave up his job in the U.S. to work for an investment banking firm in India's capital, Delhi.
You could get a good job, but then you'd have to wait for years to get your boss's job or the next job.
And here you're doing your boss's job already?
Here I'm doing my boss's job already.
So what would you say then to young Americans, that you might be trying to recruit?
Come to India.
Why?
Come to India, the future is here.
Hey, what's up?
A future that promises great opportunity for Americans willing to make the journey. Lara Logan, CBS News, Bangalore, India.
More stories are just a click away, but don't forget to join me on television for the on-air edition of the CBS Evening News. On Wednesday's broadcast, a 20-year-old CEO in India who is a big part of India's booming economy. For CBSNews.com, I'm Bob Schieffer.